Welcome back to Sick Reference, everyone. I'm Javi.
And I'm Caitie.
And we're laughing because if you've watched our previous trailer reactions, we are wearing the same thing because we're doing this all in one day.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
we've done Wicked.
I didn't think about changing my
Lord
shirt
of the Rings,
each
and then
one.
now we're doing House of the Dragon.
Yes. And I have a shirt for each one of those. And I was like, maybe I'll switch a shirt out for each one. Nah.
That requires a lot of energy, so we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're just going to get right into watching this trailer, and then we'll give our thoughts right after.
Yeah, so we're going to watch House of the Dragon Season 2 full trailer. Let's go.
The Targaryen who sits the Iron Throne.
I love the Iron Throne. I love how it
so
looks.
cool in this one season.
That was the North.
They are a
Rhaenyra.
And the Growny. Spagliato.
Spagliato. With
Prosecco
Prosecco.
in
I
it.
find myself in an impossible position.
She's a fantastic character. I
They're
love
all great.
Rhaenyra.
I'm a little iffy on him, to be
Yeah.
honest, as far as casting.
Yeah.
We're going to keep landing.
That
Love
armor's
him.
so sick. I love Damon. He's so
He's
badass.
so cool.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
Kind of weird with her uncle, but you know, it's
Play
Game of
the
Thrones.
board before us.
Proceed cautiously.
Fuck dignity.
He's
I
cool
want
too.
revenge.
He's very
Even though he's like, you want to hate him,
Yeah.
but he's also kind of badass.
News spreads through the realm. The great houses will come to our side.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
That's a good line.
My ships sail at your command.
The realm's only
Gosh,
hope
this music is so good.
isn't a leader strong enough to unite it.
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
I thought he said that season 1.
Uh-oh.
This senseless war must end.
Shall none of us prevail.
Not like this.
Well, some hesitancy there.
Alicent holds love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
That's
Oh,
the
the Night's
North.
Watch. It looks like. Oh no, he had Stark, so yeah,
Yeah.
they were definitely
Enemy
in the North.
without may be fought with swords.
Just because they were all
Enemy
in black.
within is more insidious.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
Interesting.
I just remember her from La La Land and Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes, yes.
War is coming. And neither of us may
Cool shot.
I forget her dragon's name.
Yeah. That didn't even look like her dragon.
June
like,
6th. Oh my gosh, that is so soon.
No way.
Okay, so that was
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon season 2 trailer, official trailer. By the way, you can see I'm wearing
He
wearing my
3D
crown.
printed the. Whose crown was it, or is it just?
This is Rhaenyra's crown now.
Oh yeah, because it
Yeah.
has all of the houses.
Yeah,
That's really. Cool.
it's not painted, so maybe by the premiere I'll
Yeah.
paint it. But yeah, got my crown on. Full honesty here, a little underwhelmed
Okay.
by the trailer, but that's okay because I don't want it to give away so
True.
much.
Okay.
Um,
What was underwhelming about it?
Just aside from seeing the Starks now,
Mhm.
I forget his name. The head of House Stark. He's a younger guy. He was the young guy there. Aside from seeing him, which we all kind of speculated, if you know much about, I was gonna say
time.
Lord of the Rings, because we just did the Lord of the Rings trailer. If you know about Game of Thrones history and lore, it was expected, and I kind of know how everything ends anyway
Unfolds.
because
Yeah,
I read about it even before I knew the show was being made. I
Yeah.
had
Well, we
read
have
about it.
we have the books, we have the lore, like
Yes.
all of that information's out there.
But you want to see it, and you want it to
Right.
be cool. Obviously, they're getting ready for war.
yeah.
We expected that. You're going to see different houses kind of fall into place. You might even see the emergence of some of the bigger houses
Right.
because in the original Game of Thrones, you already saw them in prominence.
Right.
Now you can see kind of them. they're-
forming.
They're forming. Not even forming, but more of their ancestors. How they always refer to in Game of Thrones. You
True.
know, like holy ancestors.
Yeah,
during
when you
this
hear
type
a
of deal.
last name and then you're just like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I know who that is.
Exactly, exactly.
Like from Game of Thrones,
Right.
which it's hard to speak about because we loved Game of Thrones. Like
Loved.
we lived for it every Sunday.
We incorporated it into our wedding.
Yeah, we did. We played the Red Wedding at our reception.
We did, and
Like,
nobody
while it was
ran,
when
which
people were
was
filing in. It was
yeah,
pretty great.
Nobody ran away, which was very shocking.
The people who knew, and they would
Yeah.
just like kind of
They
look
did.
around.
They did glance around. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like we loved Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Like he created like how many slides for a power? He made a
So yeah,
PowerPoint.
so when it comes to Game of Thrones, it's very much like Lord of the Rings. There's so much lore and backstory, and so people who were getting introduced to Game of Thrones, they're like, I don't know, I'm just very confused on who's who. So I created this PowerPoint of the houses based on season 1, the houses and who aligned with them, and most
House
of it,
motto, like their lineage, a little
most
bit.
of it was from memory, and the total slides were 66 slides of just
And we like
backstory.
passed that around because we got
Yeah.
a lot by the end. By those last couple seasons, we had friends of ours who, like, from season 1 on, were just like not fans, and then by the end, they were becoming like bigger fans than
Yes.
us to an extent because we would give them the PowerPoint so they could like actually understand what was
Right.
happening, and then it made them more excited each week.
Yeah.
And so
I'm surprised I didn't get sued for that PowerPoint because it made its rounds. I still have it somewhere.
Yeah, it was, but it was. I mean, Game of Thrones, like, it was just, the how it ended. Of course, most people can agree that we didn't see it kind of going that direction
Right.
necessarily, or it was too rushed. Even if you gave us that
Yeah.
ending, give us a little bit more.
Right, give us the 10 episodes instead of the 7 and 6 for the last
And
two
I
seasons.
can never forgive Star Wars for that too, because they're part of the reason.
They were
Star
part
Wars
of the
is part of the
reason.
reason
Yeah, they tried to
that
get Dumb
they
and
rushed
Dumber,
through.
as one calls them, D&D, Dumb and Dumber.
You flopped the biggest TV series. Like, it was a cultural phenomenon. People
Yes.
were going to Dubrovnik, Croatia, that no one had ever heard of before.
Right.
They were going to all these filming locations. They had, like, I think what I love about House of the Dragon, because a lot of my friends, my brother-in-law, like even you, like, were not excited to watch House of the Dragon.
I
You
wasn't.
were-
I was very, very cautious. I didn't want to get my hopes up. I didn't want to. I was really well. When I first saw the finale of Game of Thrones, I was like, for what they were giving us, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I sat on it longer, I was like, oh,
Like,
this
we
is
haven't
crap.
even rewatched.
Yeah, we haven't rewatched it, which we
used to rewatch all the seasons,
seasons, yeah.
prior to the
I
next
do want to
season.
rewatch them again, and maybe we'll record them.
Just to kind of
give a-
see,
yeah.
since we already know the ending, maybe
Yeah.
it will give us a different perspective. But House of the Dragon, I think what I loved about this first season, and so I'm hopeful for the second season as well, is that it reinstilled that love that I had for this story and like this world.
Yes.
And my brother-in-law like was so like against watching it, but he was living with us at the time, and I was like, I'm watching it, I'm turning it on, like, deal with it. And he got suckered back in, and he was
did.
just like, all right, I'm a fan again, because
Yes.
it was, it was really hard for a lot of people to love the show after the ending.
Agreed. So, very excited for season 2. Very excited to see
Coming so soon.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna wait till like August, like
Yeah.
Rings of Power.
So we get to watch that, and then Rings of Power, and then Wicked comes out later this year as well. So lots of exciting things. On the
Yeah, it's gonna be a big
horizon.
year for us now that
Yeah.
we're kind of doing this and
Yeah.
talking about movies and TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. But thanks for watching. Give us a like. Please subscribe if you want to see us talk more about movies and TV shows.
Awesome.
Yeah.